Hey tankers, what is up? This is Alexbuildit. Today we'll be taking a look at the brand new map Vineyards dropping in update 2.11. This is by far the biggest map we have in Blitz yet. It is huge, it is open, but it does have some cover in the northwestern and southeastern areas. There's a ruined town on the far left and an intact town on the far right, followed by some vineyards and the cap centrally located in the center, with some bridges and a stream going through. This map is unique in that it is one of the most open maps we have as of yet, with the most distance in between, providing ideal spots for snipers. Like over here on my right, where that building I shot, that's still within the map. That's how huge this map actually is. With 7v7, you're really going to have to coordinate your teammates to make sure they go at least in the same direction or come up with a mutually supportive plan, because they're going to be so spread out. And snipers actually have a spot. The RU-251 is so fast, makes me run into things, even when I don't mean to. Let's look over my right. I mean, look how huge this place is. Starting from the south spawn, if you head left, you head into some ruins, and then into a ruined town. Over here we just got some smoke, some traders, offering some decent cover and side-scraping positions. If you keep pressing on to the corners and edges of this little ruined area, there are some good sniper spots. I'll be showing you some of those just a little bit later. We're going to push on past the town, just take a quick look around, and notice just how open it is. It's just so enormous. With this raised area, you actually have elevation to fire down on opponents who are trying to crest the ridge, or even on the opposite side of the map, provided you locate yourself correctly. I'm going to go ahead and start heading towards the northern spawn. Still, it's just really beautifully done. I love how they set it at twilight, and how the ambiance, if you just sit and listen, there's some birds whistling. It's actually really cool. And it's actually kind of pretty, honestly. For a video game, this is one of the most advanced things we have so far on mobile platform. Just going around, heading on to the intact section of the town on the further spawn. There's a lot more to offer on this side of the spawn than the ruined side of the town, except for the fact that the other side does have some more elevation. This side, there's more buildings, more side-scraping opportunities, some flat sniping positions. You can try to fire up into the ruined town on the further right, but they'll have shots firing down at you, so it's kind of a neutral point. It's just you're actually going to have to spot for people who are on the other side of the map, provided you're trying to snipe them. You come up to this large wall, but that leads up to stairs and a fountain, essentially located by the building that I shot earlier. It's such a huge map. I am not kidding, guys. Coming around the fountain, just taking a look around, quick 360, there's about 5 or 6 different lanes you can take in the intact section of town, which all lead to different routes you can take going on the map. The center of the map is where I recommend most medium and light tanks go, unless of course the enemy is a full heavy team, which will get shots at you from the town where they can side scrape and bounce most shots off. The center does provide lots of cover, lots of little rises, lots of little mini hills you can duck behind, cover from the bridges, and it's just pretty decent for most things medium tanks do, except for that of course you are exposed from the sides and from any sniper positions that are there, like this. One of the stronger positions for sniping is on the northern spawn. It gets camo value from a bush, it has a wall in front of it. I think the developers meant for us to snipe here because of this. Because of the amazing view you get. On your left, you can completely cover anyone who pops out from the intact town. You can cover the center, you can cover the cap, you can cover the way underneath the bridge that minions are likely to come. You can attack, if you're lucky, if people pop over the ridge by the ruins. And if you pull forward a little bit, you actually have shots on the destroyed town on the right. It's very strong. Another position, if you're willing to tangle up a bit, is to move up a bit. And you're a little bit more exposed if this is more like a late game maneuver, if you're still alive. You have shots at the left of the town, you have shots right next to the cap. You're more centrally located, making you a little bit more vulnerable, but there's a lot more shots to take, and everything is just so wide open, there's almost nowhere you can hide. In the northwestern area of the map, there's a really strong point that lets you shoot at the intact town on your left, the medium lane on your right, the ruins on the further right, and the enemy spawn on all the way on the left. This is actually a really strong point. In fact, there are many strong points on this map that not only TDs can use. Different tanks with decently accurate guns will be able to make shots like this. And also on the southern spawn, if you continue on your left, you have a great shot at the ruins. Lets you shoot at the intact town, at the destroyed town, at the medium lanes if anyone starts rushing you, and also has shots at the cap, very decent area. Yet another great sniping spot is actually in the undestroyed town. You have shots at the windmill, at the medium lanes, you have shots at the vineyard, you have shots at the cap circle, you have shots at the destroyed town. all of this, such a beautiful map. I mean, look at those towers in the background, and just look at the kind of ranges you can fire on with this cannon. At ranges like these, accuracy actually plays a large role. You want to make sure your tank is rather accurate if you're going to be taking shots that are over 400 meters, also at which point penetration starts to go down. And there you have it, Vineyards, a really interesting new map. Another thing I want to bring up is that from the Halloween update, where we got that one map that was set at dawn or at dusk, there's the gun flashes effect, where the gun makes a really large flash due to it being slightly darker, and a lot of people wanted to turn that into a modification, and someone actually did, but there's no need to do it for this map. You actually get that effect here. And whenever you fire, you have that little bright flash from the gun, a lot brighter than it is when you're fighting on a day map. Altogether, really great map, really huge, offers stuff for tank destroyers, heavy tanks, medium tanks, light tanks, all around great map. Great job, developers. Thanks for watching the preview. If you want to see some more 2.11 preview content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to stay in the loop. I'll keep coming up with more videos. Alexbuildit out. Blitz on, tankers.